So I've actually removed my live bearers from the side of my house in the tub, and I have actually placed them into containers here. As I shared with you a few days ago, my emboma cichlids, my mangana was in this pond. Now it is a swordtail pond, right? This is now my fries for my jaguar cichlids is in this. I have a pair of chromide in this pond, and they haven't given me any fries recently, so I might just remove them from here. And what I might do is to place them into a water body, or should I say, a container that is more visible and in which I can actually manage, because I don't know if fries are in it. Right, these are my yellow peacocks. I I thought about placing them in my emboma cichlid, but after doing careful research and thinking about it, I decided not to. Right? I have placed my mollies in here, my orange mollies, with I think a few red swordtail, and they should give me fries very very soon. In this one, I have some chromite cichlid um, babies, right? And probably about 30, 40. I don't know how many of them might actually survive because it's getting a little chilly, right? I have some swordtail in this, some more life bearers, and as usual, I have my convict cichlid fry. I also have my severum in this container. It's about probably about 2.5 inches. It's hiding. I have my not really grown but the larger chromite cichlids in this pond, and I have some tilapia babies. Well, I shouldn't say babies. I should say juveniles in this container. Now, I'm going to be purchasing more wires to place over my live bearers container during the course of the week, because I do not want any dems fly nor any dragonfly to actually go in and lay eggs and cause problem for my guppy. Now this is my guppy pond, right? I am trying to breed a lot of them because I'm going to be clearing out my 60-gallon aquarium, and I'll be placing a lot of live bearers in it with a really awesome filtration system, and you will see that during the earlier part of next year. So I'm going to be getting some more mesh, and I'm going to be placing them on the ponds like these, my live bearer ponds, so I can get um stock early next year. These are my mosquito fish. I have no problem with them. Even if the dems fly do go in there, or the dragonfly do go in there, they are so aggressive that they will consume the eggs before they actually hatch. Right? Over on this side, I have some more additional convict cichlid fries, and they are growing up a little bit larger than the ones I shared with you over on that side. This here, I have some convict cichlids. Well, have a pair of convict cichlids. They are breeding convict cichlids. They haven't given me any fries recently, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed to get them, because if these convict cichlids are kept in the large pond, they will breed, but the fries will not come to fruition because the tank mates will consume them. This is my emboma pond. I've not yet placed my filtration system on here. I should do that in short order. Here I have my Mengano, my Demasoni, my yellow lab. Right, I have roughly about 15 fish in this pond. Right, and they seem to have the yellow spot, so I look forward to in a few weeks time to see some fries swimming. Right, yeah, the pond look clean now because it was recently done. Right, in about a few weeks time when the sun gets hot, it will be green, and you'll be wondering why is it that I can't see anything. Right, so I'm staying at the top of the pond and I'm actually looking at the fish. Right, these are my goldfish and my koi. My goldfish and my koi. Notice that the giant duckweed has gone because they have actually consumed the roots, so they die, and the leaf actually fall to the base of the pond. Right, over on this side, I have my tilapia, the larger tilapia. Here I'm use only ear pump to filter, well, not really filter, to provide oxygen. I also have two plecos in it, I'll talk about the plecos and why they are in it in our next video, right? And here I've actually placed my two large Oscar fish back in their large throat. I really don't care whether or not they breed, yes or no. I'm just kind of fed up of them. If I get them sell right now, I'm selling them, and the cost for them is probably about $8,000 for the pair. Yeah, to be truthful, if these should go in the pet shop, they would fetch a price of probably about $12,000 for the pair, but I'll sell it for 8, right? And this is my Jaguar cichlid pair. This is my Jaguar cichlid. The water is green. You probably might not see them, but they are there and they are looking at you. Right. This is my Jaguar cichlid, and over on in the bush over there is my convict cichlid pond. Let me see if I can go over there and actually share that with you. So here is my convict cichlid pond. They are white in color. Yeah, white in color, cream in color, pink in color, whatever you call it. So you might be able to see them at the top very easily. So this is where I'm at for 2000. What should I say? In 2021. Is hope that I will end up with. Oh, I have some fish inside, but presentation is not so wonderful for them in the sense that they are on my stand and they are in aquariums, but I need to do some videos on that in fixing it up. So I'm not showing you those videos as yet. All right, so thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful day. Rally here. Peace.